Difference between over pursuing and pursuing. Hi everyone, I am Apollonia Ponti. I am your dating and relationship coach for you men to master your attraction skills and build the confidence overall in your dating and relationship lives. If you're a first-time viewer, welcome, and I encourage you to click that subscribe button so you're notified every time I post a new video. Today's video, we're going to talk about pursuing and over pursuing and what's the difference. And the reason why I wanted to create another video similar to this is because I posted a video of how to show intent, which I'll put up here in the cards. And that was such a highly talked about topic. And I wanted to kind of break it down even further for you guys, because I know this is something that when you meet a woman that you like, you're thinking, I don't want to come off needy. I don't want to make me seem like I'm too much or I like her too much. Like, how do I balance the two, Apollonia? And this is a video that's intended for you because there's so much other advice out there that can be confusing. So I hope this helps you clarify. So let's get started. So tip number one on over pursuing and pursuing. You have to understand the intention behind the why you are pursuing this person, right? So let me break down the intention on the why you're pursuing this person. Is your why because you need or you would like? Okay, let me clarify this again. Is your intention because I need or I would like, right? So do you need to have this woman in your life in order to feel happy, fulfilled, gratified, or manly? Or would you like to have this woman in your life because possibly you can encourage each other to have a fulfilling life together, but you kind of have that attitude of, if this works, great, but if it doesn't work, great as well. Because here's the thing is, when we go into meeting women as men, like when men go into meeting women and when we have this intention that I need to have this woman, is where you can over pursue. So a lot of times, and I talk about this a lot in my videos, and I break down the reasons of why, is women are very intuitional, okay? We go off of feelings, men, and it's never gonna freaking change. We go off of how men make us feel. Do they feel secure? And typically we can sense if a man feels secure within himself. So that's why it's so important to be on your purpose, to have your own life, to have established boundaries and standards for you as a man. Because if you don't show your purpose, or you don't show your intent the right way, and you have the wrong energy behind this, a woman can feel this because it comes off in your words, the way you articulate yourself, your body language, and everything else. So if you have a need for somebody and I start idolizing this person, you put her on a pedestal right away, which I talk about so much, then this is the way that you're going to start to over pursue. And I'm going to break this down a little bit more because this is so important in tip number two. So let's go into tip number two as well. So do you want to find happiness with this woman, or do you want to be happy? Okay. So here's the difference. Finding happiness with someone is like finding another substance of happiness with somebody, right? Okay. So for instance, let me break it down for you. I'm happy with my own individuality and myself. And then with me and my partner, I have an external and an internal part of happiness as well. So I have stages of happiness in my life. I'm happy with me. I'm happy with my career. I'm happy with you guys as my clients and as my viewers, which I love so much. And then I have another part of a fulfilling, amazing happiness with my partner. So I have happiness in different areas of my life. And I do this activity a lot with my clients as well. And I want to help you here if this sticks to you. I want you to write down the different areas of your life, meaning your community, which is giving back, being involved, whatever, your family, your love life, your growth, like your personal growth, your personal worth, meaning physical, like how you feel physically, the surface level stuff, your job, your career, if I didn't mention that, and also to the relationship that you have with yourself. There should be 7 components in this, and I want you to rate them on a scale through 1 through 10 of how happy you are, 10 being the highest or 1 not happy at all. So the reason why I break this down is because a lot of times we go into relationships or pursuing women with, I want to be happy, because all in those 7 areas of your life, you're rated around a 5 or below. And you're hoping that this one area of love that you might get a 10 in will make everything else a 10 in your life. And it does not work like that, guys. And that's why it's so, so important. And this is why I invest in doing these videos, because I want this for you. And I want this to make sense. I want you to find these type of relationships, but you have to have a better relationship with yourself. And women are so intentional and intuitive. And that is why we can feel this energy. And that's why people are like, well, if I text her 4 times, that means I'm over pursuing. And if I text her 1 time, that means I'm not pursuing. But it doesn't matter, guys. It's not about that. It's about the feeling and the authenticness, authenticness that you have behind the pursuit. Tip number 3, or are you pursuing this woman to enhance your life? Do you see the difference? I am pursuing this woman because I want to have a better life. Okay, so we're giving someone else the hand to make decisions for our own oneness, right? For our own self. But then that's over pursuing. Then you come in with the intent of, I'm pursuing to enhance possibly the happiness of my life. So if you want someone to enhance the happiness in your life, be very clear about this with yourself. That's why it's so important, guys, that I always tell you, find happiness within yourself before you go on and pursue a woman. Because what we end up doing is we seek happiness from another individual for them to give us something that we can only fulfill within ourselves. And that's a huge freaking responsibility, right? Tip number 4 in over pursuing and pursuing is, do you see her in this view? Idolization or equals? Idolization or equals? Which do you think is over pursuing? If you watch my videos, I talk a lot about idolization. It's so common in the world that we're living in today. So idolizing looks something like, this is the most beautiful woman that I've ever faced in my life. I just love her. She's just so beautiful from head to toe. I love the way she dresses. She's so tall. Her smile is gorgeous, but she has so many men. And this is the type of woman that will probably never be interested in me. And I gotta just prove to her, because if I get her, I'm like the best man ever. And then equals is, yeah, she's a beautiful woman, but I'm pretty much the SHIT. And also too, I can add value to her life. And if she doesn't see that, then that's okay, because there's a lot of women out there that will. Understanding the self-dignity that you hold within yourself and your self-worth will be seen in others' eyes if you see it yourself. If you don't see it in yourself, then you can't do this. You will go into idolization mode, and you will not go into seeing a partner or someone as equals just on the first date, second date, third date. It doesn't matter. And that's why when we go into idolization, that's why we go into the prove mentality, which I've made a video about, and I'm going to put it up here in the cards. Tip number 5. This is one that might not be common to a lot of people, but is common to some out there as well. And that's why I wanted to put it in here. Tip number 5 is emotionally inexperienced versus emotionally experienced. Okay, let me clarify this. So I want for you guys that probably like, I don't understand what this means. All right, I'm going to clarify this for you. Emotionally inexperienced means, like, let's just say, remember when you had that first girlfriend and you were head over heels about her and you were so in love and you just desired her probably so much. Understand that there is men out there right now that I know myself that are watching these videos from 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I've even coached, and it's amazing. But I have to give you all elements of what walk of life that you are in watching this as a viewer. And understand, if you are someone in your 20s or 30s that's never been able to fulfill and have that relationship, emotional inexperience can gravitate into something as far as idolization because you've never experienced a relationship before. But kudos to you, because you're here getting educated on that, and that's what's really, really important in regards to this. So understand that if you've never had a relationship before, you can go into new relationships over pursuing because it's something that you really, really want. And then also too, it's something that you really don't have any experience in. And that's why I've created this channel for you to somewhat get that experience. Tip number 6, you're passive with your values. So that means over pursuing. And the pursuing is you understand your values with intention, and you have standards as well. So you're passive with your values and standards, meaning, okay, so she was kind of disrespecting me in a text and challenging me and talking about other guys in front of me and playing these games and all this stuff, but I'm just not going to say anything because I really like her and she's really pretty. And if I say anything, she's probably going to get mad at me and push away. That's being passive, because what you're doing is you're diminishing your values and you're diminishing your standards when that is not masculine energy. I'm not in no means saying to ever be aggressive or disrespectful, but there comes a line where you have to draw a very fine line with women. And with women too, have to do this with men. It doesn't matter, but I'm here for you men. The thing about this is, if someone is not relating to you and is not showing you the standards, the values that they have for themselves and for you, you've got to articulate this, because when you become passive, it enables that woman or that person to think it's okay. It's like a child. If we tell them they can't have chocolate past 8 o'clock and they continue to do that and we don't do anything about it, they're going to continue to think it's okay, right? But what I'm trying to do is have you understand what's the difference between human psychology, human behavior. But yet, if we tell the child, you can't have chocolate anymore, you're going to be in timeout, and we actually put them in timeout, guess what happens after a while when you continue to do it? They stop doing it because they know it's something that you're going to make the loved ones, the mom or the dad, unhappy or mad with them, and they don't want to go through that, because you start to set boundaries with your children. And boundaries are so significant in any relationship, coworkers, love relationships, children, everything, because we need them as humans. And what happens is when we pursue is we understand intentionally with your values and your standards. So if something happens, you voice exactly what that is. If you like today's video, give that a thumbs up. And always, I have something for you. Because you stayed till the end, I have something called my Friend Zone No More product, which is amazing. And if you don't find yourself in the friend zone, it really doesn't even matter. I have something in regards to this in there. I talk about the friend zone because there's 2 points of the friend zone that a lot of people don't know about. And I want you to understand that in this product, I talk a lot about what we're talking about today. And I break down basically how to attract women and how to start getting the women to look at you differently. Click the link below if you want to download that product and get some more information. And as always, I'll see you again in the next video. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.